Muchachos, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Lionel Messi and his exclusive interview that he had a couple of days ago, as well as a lot of things I've been talking about around social media. I just want to welcome you guys back. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great Monday, and happy Veterans Day to everybody, to all the veterans, to all the people who serve, to those who protect us. Apologies for the technical difficulties in the intro. I recently updated to Windows 11, so all of my settings reset, and I've been trying for the longest time to kind of fix everything and make sure everything was in order. But yeah, it doesn't matter because the mic's working, you guys are here, the stream is up and running, and that is all that we could really ask for. With that being said, let's get into some of these talking points that I have kind of prepped to discuss with you guys, whether you're joining live or whether you're joining after the live. Remember, if you like this sort of content, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We do stuff like this all the time, and yeah, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a time that we go live. I see you guys in the chat. We got Sergio, Mr. We have Octi. Wearing that same quarters. Yeah, Miami's gotten really chilly today. Yesterday as well. It's been really cold down here, which has been honestly amazing. I'm not complaining about it at all. I think today, yeah, last night, I was working late last night. I'm pretty sure it went down to the 40s, and even today, it was like pretty low in terms of temperature. Right now, it is 60 degrees, which is fantastic, to be honest. It's been amazing, and it's supposed to get lower. It's supposed to go down to as low as 46 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. But yeah, hopefully is everybody enjoying the nice change of pace if you are here in South Florida. If you're ever anywhere else, like even in North, like in New York, like it's pretty cold and it's snowing up there as well. I have a buddy of mine that is in New York. Well, I have a lot of family in New York too, but they all told me that it's really cold, that it's and it's snowing, especially in like upstate New York. And like everywhere else is like in the 30s and the 40s, so it's getting pretty cold, but I'm liking it a lot. What was I gonna say, guys? The title of the video, right? The title, you saw the thumbnail. Will Lionel Messi go back to Barcelona? Okay, that is a generic question that we're gonna be talking about today. The question doesn't say if it's going to be this year, in a couple of months, in a couple of weeks, next year, in 2 years. Will he go back in general? And I have a couple of things to kind of branch off of that idea. In the UK, it's a bit chilly. I mean, I can imagine it's very chilly, especially in like London or England right now. I could imagine it's like really cold. Because I have buddies in I have a buddy in England that lives in London, and it's like really cold over there. At least that's what they told me. Careful, the iguanas freezing and falling from the trees. No, I think like 2 or 3 already fell from the tree today. So I'm very careful now. I mean, I've been living here for, what is it, 10 years now. So I'm kind of I've accustomed myself to the Florida heat. So now I could quite literally turn into a popsicle if I'm not careful enough. But anyway, look, these are the talking points that we're gonna discuss. I have them written down. We have Messi returning to Barcelona. Could it actually happen? We're gonna talk about the comments that he made in the interview with Sport a couple of days ago. We're gonna talk about his secret visit to the new camp in Spain. We're gonna talk about him potentially leaving Inter Miami to prepare for the World Cup, because that has also been kind of a topic that we've brought up in the past, but we'll kind of dig a little bit more into it as of, because this is all like just resurfacing again. But we're going to talk about that, these kinds of things. First, let's talk about the post that he made on Instagram. Let's look at that. Let's look at that first, right? Because this is the Instagram post that Lionel Messi has made. What was it, yesterday? The caption says, "Last night I returned to a place I miss with my soul, a place where I was immensely happy, where you guys made me feel 1,000 times the happiest person in the world. I hope one day I can come back, and not just to say goodbye as a player, as I never got to." That is crazy. I mean, I think it sounds a little that ojalá algún día pueda volver y no solo para despedirme como jugador como nunca pudo hacerlo. That's crazy, dude. It's Lionel Messi is quite literally saying that he hopes that he's going to come back one day, that he's opening up the idea to everyone that he wants to go back to Barcelona to have the proper send off that he's never had. This is a conversation that we've had multiple times on this channel from last year. And I've said it in the beginning. I didn't think Messi was going to go back. Like when Messi first got here, I'm like, nah, there's no way he's going back to Barca. Like he'll probably be here 2 years and then leave, and that's it. But then as time went on, I know even last year, I was convinced that, yeah, Messi's going to go back to Barcelona. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Like, it's going to happen, whether it's a loan, whether it happens after he retires or after his contract at Inter Miami, he'll go and play a couple months at Barca and then leave there. Or he'll just I've always said that it could definitely, it could potentially happen. A lot of people are saying they're convinced that it's not. In the beginning, we have Sergio saying that no, it's not going to happen. He probably will after he retires, says Mr. Mister. Listen, Messi, I'm 24 years old, right? My age, I've been on this earth for just as long as Messi's professional career, if that makes sense. And Messi has spent that entire time, or almost that entire time, at Barcelona since he was like 13 years old. He quite literally back in like 2000, I'm pretty sure 2001, like somewhere around there, he has spent his entire life at Barcelona, at the club. He left in a terrible manner, in a terrible way, in a way that kind of left him and everybody, all the Barca fans, like he left with a very, very bad taste in his mouth, right? Like for like a lack of better phrase. It was a very weird situation, a complicated situation with the salary. They couldn't pay him, the certain registration. Like it was extremely, extremely messy and extremely weird. And suddenly he just had to go. Like he was not expecting for him to leave. He was not expecting to leave, and like he was prepared because this has never been an issue. This has always been I guess it's always been an issue to kind of pay him what he deserves, but they've always like figured it out in the end. But that time they didn't figure it out. In 2021, he left and he went to PSG, a team where they were able to actually pay him, and where he was extremely, extremely unhappy for the next 2 years. He ended up winning the World Cup, which improved his morale. But being in Paris and being at PSG, obviously, like he was just not enjoying life because he did not leave his home in the right way, in the way that he wanted. And now that he's in Miami, he's a lot happier now. He's with his family, he's with his friends, he's enjoying the lifestyle here in Miami. And now it's only right for Lionel Messi to go back to Barcelona at some point before he ends his professional career and has a proper goodbye as a player, as a legend of the game, right? That's in my personal opinion. He like in this picture, like he ended up sneaking into Camp Nou with Rodrigo de Paul. They both just, because obviously Argentina are playing Angola on Friday. I was gonna say Thursday, but Friday. They're playing Angola on Friday. They're training in Spain. So they took a flight. Him and Rodrigo de Paul took a flight to Spain, and they were like, yo, let's just go to the freaking new camp. And then here they are, just like chilling right outside of Barcelona's stadium. Nobody, I don't know what time this was, but and the security guards let him in. You guys know the story. The security guards saw him. They asked if they can go in. The security guards were like, yeah, fuck yeah, you're Lionel Messi. Of course you can come in. And boom. And he was just reliving all that nostalgia and being back at that stadium. It's like, you know what? Like I really, like, I think it really, really hit him. But what's funny about that is that literally days before, like this interview, days before he went to Spain and Barcelona, he did this interview with Sport, and like he was being asked all these questions about Barcelona, and like it wasn't supposed to, apparently from what I read, it wasn't supposed to be like this formal interview. It was just supposed to be like a conversation between these two guys, and because he's gonna be like presented with an award or some shit like that. And like he was being asked about, about Barcelona, about his time at PSG, about like if there's a potential, would you want to go back? Like, can he go back? And like, these are some of this is what Lionel Messi has said. He says, and I quote, I really want to go back. That we miss Barcelona a lot, that the children continuously, and my wife, we talk about things about Barcelona and the idea of living there again. We have our house, everything, so that's what we want. He wants to go back to Barcelona, guys. He's gonna do, and he's gonna do it whenever he wants to. He's gonna do it on his own terms. Lionel Messi is gonna do it on his own terms. Lionel Messi, I really want to go back to Barca Stadium when it's finished. I think this is the key word here. When the stadium is finished, because since I left for Paris, I didn't go back to Camp Nou neither, and I didn't. And then they went to the Montjuic. So when it's finished, as you guys know, the Barca Stadium, the Camp Nou is under construction right now, and that's probably not going to be they're going to use it in their next game. Barcelona are going to use it for the next game, but the stadium won't be completely done until 2027, maybe either the beginning or the end of 2027. We don't know yet. But if that lines up correctly, then we could be seeing Messi playing for Barcelona in 2027. Ash says he's not going back unless Joan Laporta is gone. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Ash. So Joan Laporta is obviously the president of Barcelona. And if you want to, I don't want to dive too much into politics because it's super complicated. It's super messy talking politics when it comes to anything, but I mean, with Barcelona. But as you guys know, he's the president, right? They're going to be Barcelona. They're going to be holding their presidential elections in 2026. Next year, they're going to be holding the elections. And they have a couple of potential candidates, and I have them written down. I have it here as Victor Font. It says, just as potential candidates like Victor Font and Xavi Villajuana, I think that's how it says, as they're preparing their campaigns. That is what I read. That is where I read. I got that from beIN Sports. Let me see if I can pull up that article for you guys. But listen, we obviously know how, if you guys don't know, like essentially Messi and Laporta aren't really on the best of terms because of how Messi left the club, right? But Messi being Messi, him doing whatever he wants, him having the power and the influence to sway decisions, he could literally change the president of Barcelona if he really wanted to. If Messi has a lot of influence over a lot of things, and Messi, if he really wants to, can select a new president for Barcelona. He could literally do it. People like his word is held up here. It's like God. It's like it's God, and then like Messi's like 2 inches right below him. So Messi could have that power when it comes to heavily influencing who could be Barcelona's next president. And even though he doesn't play there, like I said, he'll have a lot of influence. So, but even Laporta, even though they're not on really good terms, Laporta even said that he's open to having Messi back. He said to open the new stadium. I don't know if that's obviously not going to be next week or whatever, not next week, but whenever the next game is for Barcelona. But he said, and I quote, "It would be beautiful to open the stadium. It would be a beautiful way to open the stadium with Lionel Messi. It depends on him, but I would love to do it." So in 2027, if they actually finish their stadium, whether that's the end of 2027 or the beginning of 2027, he would want Lionel Messi to be there to open the stadium. And whether that's a friendly game or playing in a Barca shirt, or actually playing an official game. But whether Laporta's the president or whoever ends up being president, they're going to try their hardest to make it happen. I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen at least in 2027. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. Messi will live in Barcelona when he retires. He will not go back to Barca. That's what so nobody here thinks. What I'm hearing is nobody in this chat thinks that Lionel Messi is going to actually play for Barcelona, even if it's just as an honorary game. Nobody thinks that Messi's going or Barcelona are going to have this honorary game to pay the respect or to say goodbye or to give Messi the proper send-off that he deserves at Barcelona. I find that extremely hard to believe, guys. I find it extremely hard to believe. Oh, if they're holding elections next year, this visit makes sense. Messi's doing a power move here. That's what I'm saying. This move has a purpose. He talked about Barcelona in the interview a couple days ago. He, 2 days ago? He posted a picture of him at the Camp Nou. And now, all of this is, trending on Twitter, essentially. All of his statements and all of that is trending on Twitter. And his pictures of him being there in Spain with the ball is trending. This is a sign, essentially, an indirect move to kind of influence these business people to start talking, to start making moves, to be like, hey, how can we bring Messi back for an honorary game, for a short-term loan, for whatever the case may be. They're trying to figure something out. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Any legend of the game receives a proper goodbye, a proper send-off for their club. Thierry Henry did it. David Beckham did it. David Beckham, let's just use Thierry Henry and David Beckham. Because David Beckham, Manchester United, what's it called? Real Madrid, PSG. He played in the Galaxy. He literally played for the Galaxy and then went on loan to PSG. And then played his final game in Europe over there in PSG. And got a proper send-off. He got a standing ovation. Everybody was clapping for him. You know what I'm saying? Thierry Henry went to the Red Bulls. And then he played in the Red Bulls. And then he went back to Arsenal. And got the proper goodbye at Arsenal. This is not an uncommon thing. You know what I'm saying? This happens in football. When there is a legend of a club, when there's a legend in football, they will find a way to bring that player back to that club and give a proper send-off. Where the fans can be there to cheer, where the player himself can enjoy and just kind of experience their last moments or their last professional moments playing on that pitch that they've been playing for over 20 fucking years. It's going to happen. What's up, brother? What's up from Chicago? Cold Chicago, man. What's the temperature over there? And I could predict right now it's probably 30. It's probably 20 degrees right now. 30 degrees. Messi says he would play in the Barcelona. That's not the same, though. I feel like that's not the same. I think him playing a friendly game with the Barcelona kit being registered on the bus for Barcelona, I think is would be more appropriate than to play a Legends game, a Barca Legends game, and then have a send off that way. I don't know. I still wouldn't think a Barca Legends game would be the appropriate setting for that. I think the Legends game should come after he gets his goodbye, his proper goodbye. Messi wants it. I'm telling you guys, nobody thinks it's gonna happen, but I'm telling you it's gonna happen because Messi wants it to happen. When Messi wants something to happen, it's going to happen one way or another. Whether that's next week, next month, next year. When Messi wants something, he's going to get it. And Messi wants his proper send-off, his proper goodbye, his proper ovation, his proper respect his proper like honorary, whatever you want to call it, whatever other name you wanna say, he's gonna want it. He's gonna want it at Barcelona, and he's gonna end his professional career at the new camp, at Camp Nou. I'm telling you guys, and I promise you it's gonna happen. You guys clip it, you guys save this video. I'm telling you it's gonna happen, and I think my prediction, because I was thinking of a couple of ways this could happen, right? So I was thinking like, okay, because this also ties into the prep for the World Cup, because people were thinking that people are saying that Messi's going to go to back to Europe to prep for the World Cup for the next like whatever couple of months, like during the off season or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit. Like that's stupid. There's no way. And like Galatasaray was the biggest rumor that was happening, and I'm like, maybe there was a phone call, maybe there was a phone call. But there was no way that Messi's going to go like Galatasaray for 3, 4, 5 months to prepare for the World Cup. Not because Galatasaray is not a good team, because they're one of the top teams in Turkey. But it's because there's like, why? Like, why would he want to go to Galatasaray? If he's happy here in Miami, he's playing good. He's getting great minutes here in Miami. He's playing fantastic ball here in Miami. I don't see why he has to go to Galatasaray in Turkey to play ball, to play for or to prep for the World Cup. That man's gonna cook players regardless. And so I think that's bullshit. And I don't think he's gonna go to Europe in general before the World Cup. I just don't think that can happen, because, and I think the main reason is, and this is my opinion, but I think this is also like kind of obvious, or like, I don't want to say common sense, but like it's kind of common sense. The new stadium is opening up next year, guys. I don't know if we forgot about that, or a lot of people forgot about that. Maybe like some of the casual people don't know, but the Miami Freedom Park is opening in 2026. Inter Miami will be playing in Miami Freedom Park for the 2026 season, starting from the beginning of the 2026 season in February or in March. There is no way that Messi is going to miss the inaugural opening of the freaking Miami Freedom Park. A project that he's been behind, that he's been helping promote. He literally took a picture in the construction site of him signing the contract. There's no way he's going to miss the opening of Miami Freedom Park. There's no way. And I don't care. Even if it were to go back to Barca, like, he's not going to go back to Barca now to play whatever amount of fucking games and miss the inaugural opening of like, it's not going to happen. And he can't go for like a month. Like, he can't go on loan like in December and then like come back at the end of January or like in February. Like, I don't think that's how loans work. Like, it would have to be like a 6-month short-term loan, or 1 year or 2 years. But I like, unless like you put like some sort of clause or something like that, I don't know. I don't think it would work. Like, you can't go on loan for a month or 2 months and then go back to Miami thinking like everything's gonna be okay. When chill is 21. Damn, that's crazy. Francisco says Messi gave a long interview to Diario Sport. You can watch it on YouTube. He talks more in depth about everything. Is that not the interview I'm talking about? The 15-minute. He did like a 15-minute interview with Sport. That's where all these quotes are from. Is from that interview, Diario Sport. That's the interview that I was talking about. Messi will run into the ground by the end of the Messi will run into the ground by the end of the playoffs. He needs a full off season. That's what I'm saying. He needs a full off season. He's not going to go to Europe now to prep for the World Cup. He's not going to do that. He's going to play it here. He's going to be here. That's why he's here. That's one of the main reasons why he's here. That's why the ball came here. I can see Inter Miami playing friendlies in Europe to spread their brand. I think, yeah, marketing-wise, yeah, that'd be fantastic for them. I think because I don't know how expensive that'll get, but I'm sure money's not an issue for them. Because what was it? 2024, they did their preseason in like Asia. And now in 2025, they did their preseason in like Central America. So Europe, I think Europe has to be next. There's a European preseason tour would be great. That it's because it's either that or a South American tour. So I think a European tourship would be fantastic for preseason. Maybe they didn't do that because they know like they like I don't want to say Miami sucks, but like I think compared to like European competition, maybe like they like the level of quality is just like too great. But I think Inter Miami can still compete. I mean, like we competed in the Club World Cup, so I think we should be fine. Like when we played these Central American teams, we were able to beat them. I want to say pretty easily. Like I want to say they were easy games because remember in the 2024 season against these Asian teams and like Middle Eastern teams, we were, I don't want to say sucking, but like we were losing every game, and that really hurt our morale. At least that hurt the fans' morale because it's like, damn, like we got all these players, we got Suarez and all that, and it's like, damn, we can't even win a game in the preseason. So, I mean, honestly, like when it comes to that sort of thing, they're probably just gonna pick like easy teams to help with morale, or and help. They don't need to spread their brand. Everybody in the world knows who Inter Miami or what Inter Miami is because of Lionel Messi. I see the only way Messi will go on loan if Miami win the MLS Cup and stadium opening will be delayed until August or September. I promise you that's not going to happen. I promise you. There is no way that the stadium is grand opening. Like, there's no way the stadium is going to get delayed. I promise you right now, I'll put $1 million that the stadium is not going to get delayed. If that happens, that is a huge L on Miami. But it's not. I promise you it's not, because the season ticket, it's done. Like, it's going to be done. Because the season ticket members, I had a meeting to renew my season ticket membership, and they would pull up, I did a virtual meeting, and they would pull up like, hey, like, so this 2026, we're going to be at Miami Freedom Park. You get to like choose your seats, and they would show you a map of what seats you want to choose. So I'm telling you, like, it's not done. Like, the stadium is going to be finished, and we're going to be playing in it from the beginning of next season. I'm telling you, it's not going to be delayed. I think, because look, this is what I was thinking. I was coming up with a couple of ways. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to scratch the before World Cup. Before World Cup, he's staying in Miami. 1,000%. Now, after the World Cup, the World Cup should be ending around July, right? Like mid-July, how it normally does. It'll start around mid-June, end around mid-July. Or something like that, right? If we're still in season with Inter Miami, and then I'm like, okay, but the window is open for European teams, so he could technically go on loan for 6 months with Barcelona. But would Lionel Messi really miss out on the last 6 months playing for Inter Miami, especially when we have a chance to just win more silverware? And I feel like no. I feel like I don't think Lionel Messi would willingly leave Inter Miami for 6 months in the last 6 months of their campaign to join Barcelona for the beginning of their season. I just don't think that would happen. I personally don't think that would happen. I think Messi would want to be committed to Inter Miami because at the end of the day, he has a contract. But there was no reason for him to be loaned out at that time. So let's say even if we lose, like let's say even if we don't win silverware, even if we do win silverware, let's say we could win the double next year, right? Next year we could win the double, but then like Messi will be like, hey, I'm retiring, or like, hey, like that's it, or like Messi could be like, oh hey, I'm out, and then like in 2027 he could be a free agent, and and then Barcelona pick him up. But I think if it honestly all depends on when Camp Nou finishes like their construction, right? Because apparently, like they're saying it's going to be 2027. It doesn't say the beginning of 2027. It doesn't say the end of 2027. It just says 2027. If it is 2027, I'm going to predict it's the 27-28 season. So in that case, I see Messi being at Inter Miami for all of 2026 and for most of 2027, and then he'll probably leave at the end of the 2027 season, like towards the end of the 2027 season. If not, he'll finish off that season in 2027. He'll finish off the 2027 calendar year, and then he'll join Barcelona for the beginning of 2028 for those 6 months, and then he'll retire. That's what I think, personally. I think like that is the only kind of logical thing to do, unless he just retires early and they have an honorary game and they call it they just call it like that. But I feel like that's not good, because that doesn't put him in a good standing with Inter Miami. And I feel like they would want like him and his team, and even Inter Miami would want to leave, quote unquote, leave the club on good terms. You know what I'm saying? Or like leave as a professional player on good terms. Like I don't think they would want him or want to encourage him retiring after a year just to go play at Barcelona. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it just doesn't look good. I feel like that doesn't look good. Because that's what happened with Jordi Alba, right? Like he signed for 2 more years, and then a couple of months later, he was like, "Yo, I retired," which doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. Because you say you want to commit your future to us, and then like things happen. I understand it. I get it. I'm not like mad at him or anything, but I feel like it's not a good look. And I feel like because it's Messi, it would be on a bigger scale. It would be, everybody would really, really overanalyze it and really, really hate on him for it, and then it's just not gonna look good. And I think from a marketing perspective, they would just never let him do that. So they would maybe try to have Messi end his season with Inter Miami. Like he's not going to leave mid-season or whatever. Like he'll end the 2027 season with Inter Miami, and then in 2028 in January he'll join Barcelona, play for 6 months, retire in June of 2028, and then just call it a day or call it a career. Genuinely. MLS schedule just sucks. 3 months for players of his age is long. He will get rusty. It's not even 3 months. Because preseason starts in February. It's like 2 months. That's a normal amount of time for recovery. That's a normal amount of time for anybody. And it's not like he's gonna be fucking drinking mimosas and laying by the beach all day long. Like he's gonna be training during the off season. So excuse me. So it's not like he's just gonna be dilly-dallying. Like he can nobody, and especially Messi, can play 12 months of the year. Like they can't go 12 months out of the year with no break. He played through he played through the summer with Club World Cup, and a lot of European teams and players did it too. But it's just not fair. Last year he did it as well. He played through the summer with Copa America, and it's just, and then he got his time off in the off season, December and January, and then he came back in February. It's you need to have your time off. It is not healthy for anybody to play that much all the time, all year long, 12 months out of the year. It's not healthy. You need your recovery. You need to recover, and Messi will be doing that. And he will be training off season on his own with his mentor, with his coach, or whoever he trains with the team. He's gonna he's gonna do it. I think if not January, wait, hold on. Stadium doesn't look finished to me. Almost December, and it's 4 months. Dude, that's a long fucking time. I hope you realize that 4 months is a long time. They will finish that. I promise you they're going to finish that. I promise you. And we're talking, like, I'm telling you they're going to get it done. There is no room for them to delay it for another couple of months. There is zero room for that because they already banked on. You know how many people are gonna get upset? Do you know how many season ticket members are gonna get upset? Do you know how many people are actually gonna get upset for the fact that Inter Miami are going like if they announce that the Miami Freedom Park is gonna get delayed by 6 months or whatever the time duration is? It could be 1 month. Like we could be missing 1 month. That's insane. That's not good. That's not good. It's not gonna look good. I'm telling you, they're gonna get it done. They're gonna do whatever they possibly can to get it done. So they're gonna get it done by January or whatever the case may be, and then they're gonna hopefully have it prepped by February. I mean, like we might not even have home games for the preseason. Like preseason, we might just be traveling the whole time. So as long as they have it done by March, like, or they have it up and ready for March when the official season starts, that's all that matters. Messi will be a minority team owner when he retires. Yeah, he'll be a minority owner for Inter Miami when he retires. So, which is something that I guess like, so he can't like officially retire, right? So that means if he were to go to Barcelona and play for Barcelona like under contract, then that means he would either have to play out his current contract with Inter Miami, or no, because hold on, guys, hold on. I think we're missing a detail here. Isn't Messi's contract year by year? Like season per season? Or am I bugging? I'm gonna look this up. Because I promise you, I feel like I remember reading something saying that like it's like a yearly thing. Like he can choose to extend each year. Or am I stupid? No, he's Lionel Messi signed a contract extension through the 2028 regular season. I guess not. The deal extends his stay at the club until he's 41 and includes a minor ownership stake in the team that will come into effect after his playing career. Right? Can you guys see that right there? Playing career. For some reason, I thought it was like year by year or year per year. I really thought it was. Bro's crashing out over Messi on Barca. I'm not crashing out. I'm just saying that it's crazy how nobody thinks that he's gonna go back to Barca to like finish his professional career. I think it's crazy. Cause trust me, before I thought that, I'm like, nah, he'll just retire in Miami. There's no reason for him to go back to Barca. But there is a reason. It's because he left on such bad terms, or like he left in such a shitty way that's just not how you want to end your career. Like that's like having unfinished business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Barcelona owes him, like he deserves a proper send off and a proper goodbye from Barcelona, the club that he has been with since he was 13 years old. And is an absolute legend and will be a legend for the rest of time. Dude, in Europe, they have 8 weeks off season. What recovery? Dude said himself, it's not healthy for players to have big breaks. Change, get injury bigger after long off season. Dude, 8 weeks is 2 months. I literally said we have 2 months break. 8 weeks is 2 months. Am I missing something here? Is this like rage bait? I think I'm getting rage baited, I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere around the world, you'll get 2 months of a break between the seasons. Messi values game rhythm. He said this. World Cup is important to him. I won't be shocked if he goes on loan. Beckham did it. I would be shocked if he goes on loan. Before the World Cup, I would be shocked. After the World Cup, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'm sure Messi's going to be perfectly fine with 8 weeks of rest. If Messi has 8 weeks, like, that's not the end of the world. He can have 8 weeks of rest and he'll be okay. He'll be fine, guys. He's going to be fine. Yeah, it's season. So is it season per season? Because if it's season per season, then that means technically at the end of the 2027 season, Messi can just dip. Messi can just be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna renew with Inter Miami. I'm gonna go to Barca for 6 months, and then I'm gonna come back and then be a minority whatever holder." Could that technically happen? I don't know. I think, yeah, look, Messi has so much power. He can cancel his contract anytime he wants, just like Alba. Well, Alba retired. You can't really, anybody could retire at any point. That doesn't necessarily mean you have power. Like, even at a regular job, if you're like, "Hey, I'm retiring," like, okay. So, but you are right about Messi having the power. And I've said it earlier that Messi has the influence. He has a lot of sway over everything, quite literally everything. If Messi wants something, he will get it. He will get it no matter what. He's going to want it in his own timing. If Messi wants to join Barcelona to play for 6 months, he's going to get it. He's going to have the opportunity to do so. If he wants to play just one game, he's going to only play one game. If Messi wants to stay in Miami, he will stay in Miami. Whatever Messi wants, Messi will get. Because people make so much money off of him that they can't say no. They can't say no to him because whatever he does, everyone will get an amazing payday. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. We're live for 45 minutes. I think it's a pretty good time. Like I said, we were just going to talk about Messi today and his contract situation, him possibly going back to Barca, and you know, everything that's been going on with social media and Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. I think it's just a fun conversation to have with you guys, cuz I think it's pretty exciting. I think honestly, I think no matter what happens, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very interesting to see how we will be remembering Messi after he's done playing, you know? Mitch says, "I truly think that it all depends on what happens at the World Cup. You think if Argentina wins it, he will probably leave Miami and just retire at Barcelona playing the 2026-27 season." Well, of course. That's also an extreme situation, right? Like, if he wins back-to-back World Cups, just like, fuck, dude. That alone in itself is like insane. Like, damn, I can't even process the fact of Argentina winning back-to-back World Cups. Like, you have no idea, like, the mind fuck that would have over me for the rest of my life. Especially here in the United States, and I could possibly see them here. I think that's crazy. I think it's insane to have that. But anyway, you're right. It's like if he has I don't know. I think, like I said, to wrap this up, I think Lionel Messi is going to go back to Barcelona. And my prediction is that he's going to go back to Barcelona in 2020 at the end of the 2027 season. So I think he's going to finish the 2027 season with Inter Miami, and then for the 2028 season, he'll play for Barcelona for however amount of time, whether that's 1 month. Like, maybe he'll do a trial or something, and then like he'll play a friendly and then say his goodbye, or he'll play 6 months, or he'll play a year. I have no idea. But regardless, I think he will go back to Barcelona by the 2028 season. And then he will retire there. He will get his goodbye. He will get his farewell, his send off, the way that he wants it. And then he's going to come back to Miami and be the minority, whatever shareholder. He probably won't even have to come back. He'll probably just stay in fucking Spain and then still like just fly here like whenever he wants. That's what I think. And if you guys agree with me, you can leave that in, or leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you disagree with me, like a lot of the people here in this chat, which is nothing wrong with that, then also let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Messi's going back to Barcelona? If so, when? How? Do you think he's going to be staying and retiring at Inter Miami? Do you think, I would love to know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys for being with me tonight. We're going to go live again at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be this week. We might go live on Sunday because I work late nights between Thursday and Sunday. No, and Saturday. Or between tomorrow, and tomorrow's Wednesday. Between Wednesday and Saturday, I'm going to be working late nights. So the next possible time we can go live is Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned for Sunday because I'll probably go live then. We'll talk about some rumors that have been going around about Inter Miami in terms of players that we could be bringing in. And then we're going to save the preview for Cincinnati for next... Actually, I have to check my schedule. But I'm planning to do it next Friday. And if we can't get it next Friday, then we'll probably do it like sometime midweek. But I'm hoping Friday should be good. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're watching it after the live, feel free to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a time that I post a video or go live. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see you guys on Sunday for another live. Let's hope. Oh, and Argentina are playing on Friday too. I'm probably not going to be able to go live because I'm going to be working, but I'll just incorporate that into Sunday's stream, if that makes sense. So make sure if you want to hear some Argentina talk, then make sure you turn it on Sunday. All right, guys. Muchachos, have a great night. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.